Good afternoon. We'll set out to be a wet and miserable afternoon down at Fowler's Wells, turn into a sunny victory for the Chobham first team. A very, very tough game, very close game, and one I think we were lucky to win, to be honest. Close against Newbury Blues, who surprisingly are in a similar situation as us at the bottom of the league, but the way that they played, the forwards, their power, their backs and their clinical passing and getting out wide, surprised they didn't win this game and aren't higher up in the league, because they performed really well today. Robbie, just to come to you on your thoughts of today's game and how we played, how we managed the game, and yeah.
Sorry, managed the game.
Managed the game.
Listen, it was a tough day at the office. Newbury will feel pretty hard done by today. I've been completely frank, and I've made my kind of thoughts known to the boys at the end there. We train regularly on Tuesday and Thursdays. We have a plan. We spoke about how we're going to tweak that plan at half time. We're making calls on the pitch and then just not following through with it. This is the obvious game to just play in the right areas. Our scrum was completely dominant. How we didn't get any more joy out of that, I'm not quite sure, but that's someone's opinion. But it was so obvious just to play down there and scrum line out and just get involved in a arm wrestle with them, because we were better than them at that. But we made countless errors. I think we got through 5 phases 3 or 4 times throughout the match, which is really unheard of for us. Like, normally we're very good into shape and we can break teams down and attack. We kind of pride ourselves on. But today is just one of those days at the office where it didn't click. I've got to give credit to the boys, the Chobham boys, in terms of the defence on the line, especially in the first half. We probably spent 70% of the game in our 70% of the first half in our 22, and the boys like countless tackle after tackle, and going in 12-5 gave us an opportunity in the second half to come back. And I've mentioned the pack every week, but scrum time we were excellent again. Lots of learnings. I'm frustrated today, but yeah, we walk away with 4 points, and it could be a very important 4 points come the end of the season. And when we look at the results at the end of the season, you see win or loss. You don't really see the tail of the actual day itself. So,
well, I think quite often we put down to a good Chobham performance as a team, as a squad, but I think today was actually more down to individuals. I mean, we'll come to this man in a bit, but Magnus just outstanding again today. I don't think ever went backwards. Might be corrected there, but I think he made enough forwards that even if he did, he made up for it. He was awesome. Will at second row, young guy, just looks so comfortable again. Noah today at 10. I think we didn't make it as clean and easy for him as he
no, but listen, he's 17 years old. I've been his biggest plaudit so far, even on ChobhamTV. I've kind of like drummed him up, and yeah, he is 17 years old. There are going to be ups and downs, and he's going to learn from that, and these experiences are invaluable for someone of that age. And he'll pick his head up. He's a tough kid, and we are very, very hopeful, and we look forward to seeing him play, because he's a talented lad, and they have their good days and bad days.
Absolutely. And then you had obviously Ollie Blackmer, Tommy, who had some dynamic runs in the midfield, Pete at flanker, getting around, being very, very busy, and if you think Pete's a flanker, then you've got Sean Bellion, Angus and Mako in the front row. I mean, that's a heavy pack, which is where our dominance came from. So again, I think as a team, we didn't necessarily play as well as we wanted to, or the structure we wanted to, but there's some really good individual performances that really pushed us past that mark today, and I think they could definitely hold their heads high. Bozzy, man of the match at least halfway through the game, if not definitely at the end. You were outstanding today. Again, a man that just put us on the front foot. Nearly every carry went forwards, put your head into tackles that I think people wouldn't dream of doing. How was the game for you today on a personal level as well as a team?
I think, as Robbie said, a bit mixed. Obviously, second row behind that front three today in the scrum was just a delight most of the day.
Did you even push?
There was a bit of pushing, but when you got the momentum in that way, it definitely that platform definitely helps. And sort of knowing that each scrum, especially when we were turning them over on their own balls and winning penalties, yeah, it's great. But then, conversely, I suppose it felt like we were defending most of the game, which is not, well, personally, a fun place to be, and I'd much rather be ball in hand, especially with how expansive our game plan is, and especially when we've got some of these fast boys out on the flanks that can just run around players and have that skill set to do so. But then I guess bringing it back to a positive, the defence was immense, and our heads could have dropped and they didn't. We showed some real determination, I think, on this pitch today, especially under our own posts. So for that, I'm very proud of the boys, and to get the win, it's a great feeling, especially at the end when it was tight. Let's squeak it on time.
Without a doubt, I think. As you say, it can be hard being on the defence, but actually when we did then turn it over, some of the decisions we made were questionable. But then again, some of the decisions we made, yourself, Magnus, being able to put the pressure on and actually relieving the pressure by putting them on the back foot as soon as we did win the ball and put the attack back onto them, I think was really, really crucial, because actually you put them on the back foot and it gives us a bit more breathing space when we're defending for so long. So, it's so easy to win the ball back, kick it out, and then regain the pressure back on straight away from their line out. Whereas actually what we did was retain possession most of the time and put them on the back foot from your runs and Magnus as well. Other guys did the same, but you two were workhorses today. I think two of my favourite moments of today was the try where Magnus, again, one of those great runs, gets out to Piva. Piva shrugs the guy off. He's saying that the guy just missed him, but I think after a couple of points, he'll have dropped the shoulder and slotted the guy over and sent Starkey
I was worried
through.
about Starkey. The handbrake was on for a while as well. It's like it's slowing down as he
I
gets
was
to the
thinking
line,
how he's about to go. So that was a good moment, as well as Sean Bellew, who got his own tweet for scooping up a turnover, kicking the ball out, falling over, but releasing the pressure back into a 22.
Well, possibly the best kick of the day.
Yeah. Well,
22,
as I quite often said, Sam Davies wasn't on the pitch, so it definitely was the best kick of the day.
I suppose the question on everyone's lips is, do you play football on a Friday?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Do you not?
Funny
No,
enough, I try and rest on a Friday.
Rest on a Friday.
Make sure the body's
Cool.
ready for a Saturday.
Yeah.
You saying 11 aside or 5 aside?
Well, either. Just
either,
play football on a Friday. I don't know who.
I think there's a real risk you could get injured.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, on a Friday before a game on Saturday.
Anyone that would do that would just
The dick of the day was wrapped up before the game even happened.
Yeah.
It's
with Pete McCain on the pitch, and that's saying something as well.
It's probably a French thing.
Yeah.
God, before I have international issues with France. Because France watch Chobham TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, really well played today. Support was man of the match, so really well done. I think a lot of us to learn from. Again, we're building week on week. Sometimes grinding out a win, whether it's pretty or not, is actually you learn more about yourself than winning comfortably. A bit like the Guildford game, we had to grind out a win, 40 men down, and I think that says a lot about the players and us as a squad. So I think again, it's just Tuesday, Thursday training, get ready for a long bus trip to North Dorset, and what will no doubt be a tricky game down there. But we've got players coming back from injury.
Yep.
We're starting to get a bit of consistency in the players, and I'm stood with injured squad over there, and there's some significant players there. Yeah. But there's also significant players stepping up into those roles on the pitch as well, which I think is a really unique and great place to be.
Yeah, great depth at the moment. And great support again.
Spot on.
So,
and four points on the board. At the end of the season, it doesn't matter. It's about what points you have on the board. So, happy.
Absolutely.
Happy? No, not happy, but happy. Who knows?
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
At least we ground out the win.
North Dorset away, there will be a coach, so if you'd like to join, please reach out to the club. We'd love to have you on there. Supports again today were brilliant, but massive hats off to Newbury. Not only their support fan base here to support their team, but also the team as Newbury themselves, because I thought they held themselves really well, probably deserved the win, and really challenged us a lot of the game today. So really excited for the return fixture to your place. Have an awesome weekend. If anyone would like to jump on Chobham TV, please reach out. Love to have you on here. And next time we don't look into the sun. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.